What's up guys, T-Party Percy here and welcome back to a new guide. This is the first guide after OBT start and we're gonna talk in this guide about Guardian raids. I mean, there were a lot of changes compared to CBD3, but yeah, this time we're gonna focus on Guardian raids. I'm gonna tell you guys how to unlock it, what you have to take care of, and also a short guide for the very first Guardian. Now let's start first with how to unlock Guardian raids. First you have to go to Bern. Bern is the 5th continent, and when you arrive to Bern you should be around level 50. If you are not level 50, then do some quests there and get to level 50. As soon as you are level 50 you need to go to the Bern main city, which you can see here in the background. There you will find a lot of purple quests. Do those. Do all the purple quests, and by doing so you will unlock the Chaos Dungeon. As soon as you have unlocked the Chaos Dungeon, which is kinda in the center, top center in the Bern city, you should take the yellow quest, which is on the top left. That yellow quest will ask you to do one Chaos Dungeon, and if you finish the Chaos Dungeon, you will unlock the Guardian raids, which are also on the top left. As soon as you have unlocked those gray banners on the top left will be red. Now, let's talk about Guardian raids in general. For Guardian raids, it doesn't matter which class you play, you should pick skills with impairing damage. Impairing damage is really important because that's the purple bar, and depending on the team's impair damage, you will down the boss more often. Even if the down mechanics for the first tier raid bosses, so the first 4 raid bosses from difficulty 1, are pretty basic, you will need that for the tier 2 and higher Guardian raids. Because later the Guardians will have special interactions while they are downed, like cutting off tail or bombing away their shells. Next, let's talk about the combat items. You should prepare yourself. You can't use the normal healing potions, you can only use the combat items from 1 to 4. Depending on which Guardian you do, at the beginning of course you just need better healing potion, they will help you a lot, so pray for a gatherer in the guild or in the party who can supply you with healing potions. And later on you will need bombs, shurikens, and a lot of other combat items which are not only from gathering, also from other life skills. So having a decent group with different life skills will help you later. Keep also in mind, you can only harvest 3 Guardian Souls per day. Guardian Souls is a thing which gonna drop after you defeat the Guardian. At the beginning, if you queue up or if you join the Guardian raid, there will be a box with a tick in it, and it's kind of like saying, okay, I want to harvest this Guardian Soul. Why is that important? For example, you have 3 Guardian Souls per day as mentioned, and you want to help out a guildmate on an easier Guardian, but you don't want to waste your Guardian Soul on that easy Guardian. So you can take out the tick. Guardian Soul will provide you with extra drops, which means it's gonna speed up the progress of gear crafting or gear enchanting from the Guardians. And even if you don't have any Guardian Souls anymore, don't worry, you can still kill the Guardians. They will drop materials, but as mentioned, Guardian Souls will provide you extra materials. Now, once you are in the Guardian fight, you have to pay attention to the top left corner. You will see there how many lives your entire team has. For example, on the first Guardian you have 3 blue orbs, which means your entire team is allowed to die 3 times in total, and the 4th death means wipe. Also, there is a timer limit, so as soon as the time runs out, it's also a wipe. You won't be able to see the Guardian's health, however, if you fail, you will see at the end how much HP the Guardian had left. Now let's talk about the first Guardian, which is actually pretty fun and a lot harder than the first Guardians from the last CBT. It may look like having simple mechanics, but yeah, we failed sometimes, or yesterday for example we failed pretty often, even if we cleared the day before the Guardian pretty easily. Of course it depends on the players and you know who you have in the party or which class you have. Some class combinations work better than others, so you have to try it out. It's not the same for all Guardians, it will change. But yeah, back to the topic. The first Guardian, I don't want to go through all the skills because pretty much most of the skills can be dodged if you just stay behind the Guardian and stick to his ass. Also, damaging the Guardian from the back will trigger a back attack, which will increase your damage. There are still some things which you have to pay attention to, which are not just only staying behind the Guardian. First thing is the ground attack. If he stomps on the ground with his paws, you have to pay attention to the ground. There will be lightning coming out of the ground. Just dodge those, otherwise you're gonna get ping-ponged around the map between those lightnings. The next thing you have to pay attention to is the enhanced version of this charged attack. So after you down the Guardian for the first time, he will do a flashy effect. He will gather energy from around him, and that is a really flashy animation but a short animation. So especially after you down the Guardian for the first time, try to stay behind the Guardian. That spell can one-hit most of the classes. Also try to resist the temptation as a ranged class to stay away from the Guardian. That will lead often to vibes because the Guardian will prioritize ranged classes, or to be specific, players who are further away from the Guardian. After you defeat the first Guardian, he will drop a bunch of stuff, especially if you have the Guardian Soul. He will drop more materials, and if you are very lucky, also earrings, ring or necklace. It could be purple but also legendary. But the most important things are the materials. With those materials you will be able to craft the tier 1 Guardian raid equipment. Of course you need to clear the Guardian a few more times. Even if you wasted all your souls, you can keep doing that, because he's still gonna drop materials. Let's say you have completed the first set, which is really important because the first set, the 2 set bonus is 10% increased damage on low HP Guardians, and the 5 set bonus even better. You will always see the Guardian on the minimap, which means you don't need to search for him, waste time, or even if he escapes, you will always see where the Guardian is. After you complete the first set, you need to do the second Guardian, because if you want to enchant the first set to 1 star, you need materials from the second Guardian of first tier, and this will go on until max stars. So to sum it up, to enchant the tier 1 Guardian gear which you made from the first Guardian, you need the materials from the other Guardians from the same tier. Okay, so I hope it was easy to understand, but if you have questions left, feel free to join my stream as always, or ask in the comments, or join us in Discord. We will happily help you out. And if you like this video, leave a sub there, and I will try to do more guides about all those changes, and especially about all those Guardians later on. So thank you for watching guys, and see you on the next video. Your Tea Party Percy.